You're watching Color 10 News at 10 in high definition.
The motive for the killing has yet to be determined. All of the victims' residences are located within a 3-square-mile radius of Tyrone.
Investigators say this man killed 7 people and wounded 1 more before killing himself. A 9th person was found dead, his mother, who investigators think died of natural causes. This all happened late last night and early into this morning. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jennifer Kilman. Thanks for joining us. A girl called 911 after hearing shots in her home. Tyrone, Missouri is a town of about 50 people. It's located in Texas County, a little less than 2 hours east of Springfield. The Highway Patrol identified some of those victims. They're Gerald Aldridge and his wife Julie Aldridge, Harold Aldridge and his wife Janelle Aldridge. All 4 are cousins of the suspect. The suspect's mother, who was discovered dead from what is believed to be natural causes, was Alice Aldridge. 3 more victims have not yet been identified tonight. Color 10's Lindsay Klein is live in Texas County for us tonight. She spoke with a close friend of some of the victims, as well as the mayor of nearby Houston, Missouri. Lindsay?
Jennifer, this major crime has hit this small town community hard. Friends of the victims say this rural county will never be the same.
How terrible is this? I live in this little town. I lived here all my life, and I got to lay here with my pistol on my lap to even feel safe.
Rhett Drake woke up to his father banging on his door.
He brings in a gun because he said that there was murder in Tyrone. It said that 8 people got murdered.
One of those killed was a close friend of Rhett's.
I was like, no. I was like, this ain't real. I said, this can't be real.
Turns out he knew 2 of the victims well, a couple he respected and confided in for nearly 14 years.
In my book, some of the best people that you could ask for is both excellent people. Great parents, you know, they worked hard.
It's hard to answer why it could happen or what would prompt someone to do that. That's what some of the things is hard to understand and to get through.
People who have grown up in this area say the crime is hard to fathom.
I broke down a couple times today. It was just kind of like a big cloud over, you know, over Houston.
All of us knew the families, and they were friends and a lot of relation, and they have children that's in our school system, so it's extremely difficult to deal with that in a community.
He says he hopes his small town community can find healing in the middle of this massive tragedy.
That's about the only thing you can do at a time like this, is just ask for prayer and pray and for peace and comfort. I know they're going to be greatly missed.
Police have not yet determined a motive for the attacks, but we will, of course, be on top of this story and bring you any updates as they become available. Reporting live in Texas County tonight, Lindsay Klein, Color 10 News.
Lindsay, thank you. Authorities have not yet named 3 of those victims. However, a man told Color 10 News they were part of his family. Around 10:30 last night, John Shriver received a call from the grandmother of 2 of those victims, asking him to go to their home on Highway 137 to check on them.
I went down there and I pounded on the door and I didn't get no answer. So I opened the door, checked the door, and it was unlocked, and found them dead in the bedroom. I kind of think he probably went off his rocker and just started out after everybody that he had a disagreement with.
Many people had not heard of Tyrone, Missouri before today. In fact, the Wikipedia page for Tyrone has only 3 lines. It says Tyrone is an unincorporated community in Texas County. It was founded in 1892, and then this shooting spree is on there now. We also learned from biography.com that one famous person was born there, Kenneth Lay, a business executive connected to the Enron energy scandal from the early 2000s. This shooting spree is reminiscent of one that took place in Elkland, Missouri back in 1987. That's when a man shot and killed 7 members of his family. Jim Schnick received life in prison for the deaths of his wife, his sister-in-law, his brother-in-law, and that couple's 4 sons, ages 15 months to 14 years old. Well, these shootings appear to be the 4th murder-suicide in the Ozarks just this month. 15 people have died in the past 15 days by either confirmed or possible murder-suicides. A husband and wife in Willard, 3 people in North Springfield, a couple in Boone County, Arkansas, and today's 8 deaths. Dr. Paul Tomlinson is a psychologist at Burrell Behavioral Health. He calls murder-suicides crimes of passion. Tomlinson says the killings are often impulsive, but there are typically warning signs.
Escalation of violence, escalation of verbal abuse, signs of black and white thinking, substance abuse. Don't be afraid to challenge people that you love. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to sound like a nosy neighbor or a nosy family member. Ask those questions. Are you okay? Are you safe? Or do you feel safe? Because oftentimes what you will see is that they'll report to you that they don't.
If you or anyone you know may be at risk for suicide, you are urged to call the toll-free 24-hour crisis line at that number on your screen. That number, 1-800-494-7355. Stay with Color 10 News for continuing coverage and look for updates on our website, ozarksfirst.com. Missouri Governor Jay Nixon has appointed John Watson as interim state auditor. Yesterday, Missouri Auditor Tom Schweik died from an apparent suicide. Watson had been serving as a senior advisor to the governor. He'll only serve until Governor Nixon makes a permanent appointment. And tonight, many people still wonder what led up to Schweik's death. Matt Lipoli follows up with what was learned today. Matt.
Jennifer, has an investigation into his death continues. Much is still unknown tonight about Schweik's apparent suicide. Many people now trying to make sense of a message he left just minutes ahead of his death.
Tom Schweik calling.
What could be the last words of Missouri Auditor Tom Schweik left on a St. Louis Post-Dispatch editor's cell phone just minutes before Schweik's death perhaps create more questions than answers about what led the politician to take his own life.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Every time I listen to it, I hear something different. The breaking in his voice. First time I listened to it, I thought he just sounded